Hi, this is Sweet Dreams Honey. Have you ever woken up feeling more tired than when you went to bed? Not just a little groggy, but utterly drained, like you've run a marathon in your sleep. That's been my reality for the past month. Every morning, it's the same heavy-limbed exhaustion, my muscles screaming in protest as if I'd been working out all night. At first, I blamed stress, my diet, my mattress, anything I could think of. I bought blackout curtains, tried herbal teas, even started a strict no screens before bed rule. Nothing worked. The fatigue clung to me like a shadow, a constant, unwelcome companion. I dragged myself through the day, fueled by coffee and sheer willpower, only to collapse into bed at night, dreading the morning that was sure to follow. It felt like I was living my life at half capacity, a ghost haunting my own body. The worst part was the sleep itself. I never remembered any dreams, just a deep, dark, empty void. It wasn't restful. It was an abyss. Then, the really strange things started happening. It began subtly. I found a half-eaten sandwich on the kitchen counter one morning, a type of bread I never buy. I brushed it off, thinking my memory was just foggy from the exhaustion. A few days later, my running shoes were by the front door, caked in fresh mud, even though it hadn't rained in a week, and I hadn't gone for a run. I started getting this creeping sense of unease, a feeling that my home wasn't just my own anymore. One evening, I was getting ready for bed and noticed a new scratch on my arm, long and thin. I had no memory of how I got it. The next morning, I found a scribbled note on my desk. The handwriting was mine, but frantic, desperate. It just said, "Don't fall asleep." My blood ran cold. I started to wonder if I was sleepwalking, but this felt different, more deliberate. It felt like someone else was using my body as a rental car while I was unconscious, taking it for a joyride and returning it damaged. The final piece of the puzzle, the one that shattered my reality, came last night. I was terrified to go to sleep, so I set up my laptop to record my bedroom. I just had to know what was happening. I forced myself to drift off, my heart pounding in my chest. This morning, trembling, I played back the footage. For the first few hours, it was just me, sleeping peacefully. And then, around 3 a.m., it happened. My eyes snapped open in the video, but they weren't my eyes. They were wide, alert, and held a glint of something I'd never seen in myself, a cool, calculating intelligence. This other me sat up, stretched as if waking from a long rest, and smiled directly at the camera. It was a slow, chilling smile. Then it stood up, got dressed in my clothes, and calmly walked out of the bedroom, closing the door behind it. I watched, frozen in horror, as the video continued to record an empty room for the rest of the night. It seems while I'm dreaming, another version of me is wide awake and living a whole other life. And now, I have to figure out what it wants. I hope you never have to experience a night like this. I'm Sweet Dreams Honey. Sleep tight.